Hey everyone, it's Xant. So, our Sokai Festival and Part 2 of the anniversary has been announced, and as many expected, we got the Epion Endless Waltz. We also got other stuff, but apparently all anyone seems to be talking about is the Epion. Anyways, let's get this all covered so I can crash. Starting off is the Epion, originally piloted by the edgy version of Hero Yui, if you recall the one that we got a while back, and then it was pawned off to Zex for the Wing Zero. I don't think that was a very fair trade. Anyways, designed as a close combat suit and equipped with the Epion system, which is just a modified Zero system, it had the capability to fight equally against the Wing Zero, which is quite the feat when you consider plot armor and titular mobile suit and all those other things. It also had a mobile armor form. It looked sort of like a dragon, if you squinted hard enough. So what is a melee suit from the Wing era packing? Well, not much, to nobody's surprise. The Epion has a beam sword. Now, this is hooked directly up to the power plant, so it's got quite some power behind it. It can actually get so powerful as to destroy a space fortress. Not just a station, a fortress. It has 2 Epion claws. These are mounted on the forearms. They're used as landing gears when they're in mobile armor mode, but they can also be used in combat, and, they just kind of go right through enemy mobile armor. It's a melee suit. It has the Epion shield, which is just a small shield on the arm there. It's been treated with an anti-beam coating. Almost every suit has anti-beam stuff on them somewhere. But it has a heated rod, or heat rod is the official name for it, attached. That's the whip chain that the Epion is known for. It can be used to, it's a whip. I'm not going to talk about what a whip can do. Everyone knows what a whip can do. And it can actually slice clean through mobile suits when it gets heated. Heat rod. Pretty straightforward. It has a Vulcan turret set. Well, technically, it doesn't, but in post-production, it got added in. So, I guess it has it from the go? Whatever. Now, I'm not going to talk about the Glory of the Losers additions to the suit. I'm just going to stick with what was in the aired stuff, not so much the manga, because I don't know if we're going to get it or not. It's a pretty iconic suit to some, but to others, such as myself, it's not that jaw-dropping. You had to be there, I guess. Our other Sokai suit this month is the Victory 2 Assault Buster. Quite the lengthy name. Coming from Victory Gundam and piloted by Uso Yuen, this suit combines 2 weapon packs to create this merged configuration designed to bring the defensive aspects of the Assault Pack together with the offensive aspect of the Buster Pack. It saw very little action, though, in this form. It was brought out, and then the Buster Pack got totaled, so it reverted back to the Assault form. It also looks a little top-heavy, if you ask me. So, what does this combination bring? Well, it has a Vulcan turret set, 4 beam sabers, a beam rifle, a mega beam cannon, a spray beam pod, a variable speed beam rifle, VSBR. It can shoot a big, slow shot that does lots of damage, or a small, high-speed shot for penetration, variable speed. Who could have foreseen this? It has 2 beam shields, 1 on each arm, a mega beam rifle, and a mega beam shield. Beyond that, it also has an eye-field barrier generator, and that helps it defend itself. It's really loaded as far as to form mobile suits are concerned. Typically, when something has this much, it's packing, it looks a little wonky. Now, our welfare suit this week is an important Gundam 00 antagonist suit, the Alveron. Piloted by Alejandro Corner to fight against the Gundams, this machine was actually attached to a mobile armor, the Alvator, and was more of a last resort. It's still a formidable machine, packing excellent defensive and offensive capabilities, but unfortunately met its demise. It uses knockoff Tau drives instead of the authentic GN drives, so when you're fighting an actual Gundam in a fair battle, you're kind of at a disadvantage. Now, what does the Alveron actually bring? Well, it has 2 GN beam rifles, 2 GN beam sabers, and a GN particle beam cannon. This is reliant on the wings both being intact, as it uses the wings to create a field, to fire the beam from. Now, the Alveron can also generate a GN field, much like the Virtue, while also being coated in an anti-beam coating. Now, it's not perfect to beam reflection or absorption like the Akatsuki's coating, but it's more like beam resistant. Alright, so we're gonna move away from suits and into pilots. We'll open with South Burning from Stardust Memory. A veteran of the 1-year war, South became the Torrington-based commander to train pilots and test equipment for the Gundam development project. Now, his veteran status isn't for show. He aided in the pursuit of Anavel Gatto after he stole the GP-02 and managed to take down Azamo while in a GM Kai. It's like a tank versus infantry. Except both are giant robots. Anyways, it seems unlike most other commander types, he may actually get Infighter, or, some really powerful job license. As for stats, that's up in the air. We'll see. Our final new item this week is Rain Mikamura from Fighter G. A close friend of Doman, Rain is an overly sympathetic character who practically wears her heart on her sleeve. Quite the contrast when you look at Doman. An engineer and not-so-official doctor, Rain is also quite capable of piloting mobile fighters, using the Rising Gundam to fight against one of the 4 Heavenly Kings, Walter Gundam, as an example. There's not a ton else to say about her, as a pilot, because I don't think you can really top that as a supporting character. You kinda peak when you're fighting against something like that, With that, our weekly roundup is done, and I'm out. I know many were expecting the Strike Freedom, because the dual rifles were just recently added as a weapon type. But remember, we've had weapon types added before, with nothing associated with them for a good chunk of time, and we've actually had stuff like that happen, culminating in a welfare machine. So don't get your hopes up too much. Look forward to it, but don't bank on it. Peace out, guys. See you in a couple of days for the livestream impressions.